He's thinking, tell us what to do.
What up? What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you. Oh, yeah, bringing you fantasy news today. We got the Tuesday crew up in the building. We got Hector from Breaking Down the Tape in the building. What up, bro?
What's happening? I said what I said.
Hell yeah. And making a special guest appearance. He might be coming back more often on the show. Our man Taco representing the Daily Sporting.
What up, y'all? It's crazy because y'all sound like chipmunks in my earphones right now, so it's kind of really funny.
And then, as always, running Daddy Daycare, Bogard Scott free repping the GMM Network.
Yes. Birthday, give me money.
Yeah. Shout out to Bogey and his birthday. And Antonio, he was up in here earlier. And, yep, there he is. What up? Said, happy birthday, give me money.
Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, bro.
Thanks.
There we go. Everyone loved it last time. Why don't we shout out the birthdays? Where's the Sagittarius is at? I'm a Capricorn. My birthday is January 12th. But let's throw out some birthdays there. We'll give everyone a birthday shout out for whenever it's coming up. And who else is up in here? We got Anthony Gonzalez. What up? Said one at the buzzer by 1.08 with Wilson and McLaurin. Monday Night Miracles, 9-3. Let's fire it up. There we go.
Yeah.
Yo, I had a Monday Night Miracle, too. I beat somebody with Russell Wilson by 0.06. 0.06.
I had a fucking downer. So I go into the matchup. I had fucking a shitty week, 80.5 points. Homeboy has he needs 0.61 point by DK Metcalf to win the game. The motherfucker has no points until a minute and 2 seconds left in the game, and he gets a 1 catch, 13-yard fucking. I sold my liver to the devil for him to get no fucking catches.
He didn't even get a target until the third quarter.
Oh, man.
They were talking so much shit. I'm like, I'm over here selling livers and organs and fucking doing some crazy shit to try to get these demons and gods to be on my side.
Yo, Taco, what do you think about DK? I mean, because everything, the whole narrative being built around is like it's Russ's fault. But this motherfucker is getting double teamed and triple teamed on every single play. Like, what did you take away from yesterday's game?
The biggest takeaway was Alex Collins is not a running back that you can use in any kind of way. I beat 2 people that had Alex Collins because he couldn't do shit. And that's making it hard for Russ and DK because now they're like, fuck that. We don't got to stack the box. Fuck that. We don't have to guard any other wide receiver. Let's double DK, single coverage, lock it, and see what happens. And guess what? They're not scoring. Ever since Russ has come back, they've scored, 3 touchdowns in 3 games, and 2 of the touchdowns were last night?
Yeah.
So it's scary. I think Pete Carroll realizes that they have to do something different. I feel like DJ Dallas is now going to start to make his emergence in this offense, and hopefully he can catch enough passes to unlock Russ and to give DK a little bit of space. But they need somebody to draw some catches and make people have to guard them because shit is guard DK and let everybody else roam.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say we shouldn't recommend any Seattle running backs. And DJ Dallas, it sounds awesome. You got five catches yesterday, but like they're so committed to trying to run the ball, like with Collins, that you don't see Dallas till they're losing the game. And DJ Dallas can't pass pro for shit. There's actually a highlight from 2020 against my Niners where he whiffs on a pass pro. And then we cream Wilson. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think Lockett right now is probably the only one that's benefiting because, like you said, they don't need to stack the box. They can double and bracket up DK. And then, any chance that you're going to give Lockett single coverage, Russ is going to take a shot every time. And he did last night.
I'll tell you one thing, though. Whatever happened to Russell. Well, that injury to his finger is affecting him. It's affecting him. He is short fucking tossing balls where they're either he's short or fucking way off target or there's something wrong because I've never seen Russell Wilson throw a football like he did last night.
You know what too with Russ is he's just so corny, bruh. Like that in that post conference, right? First of all, I'm on record for saying that this is that bounce back game. This should have been the game. You know what I mean? But the play calling, the line, the hand, everything, bro. It's a combination of everything. And then Russell Wilson with his corny ass, he's like, "We're in the middle of a storm, and we're just trying to get the waters calm." Shut up with your analogies. You suck right now. You know what I mean?
Go sing your fucking harmonies to Sierra.
Yeah, and
We know she doesn't like his singing.
And Pete Carroll, he gotta go, man. He gotta go. Something's gotta give, and it's gotta
Pete Carroll to Notre Dame.
You can't have this. You can't not evolve. You have to evolve. Like, you got no run game, it makes your line worse. Like, you got no defense, it makes everything worse on your offense. Like, shit's got to change, and it's got to change now. And if Pete Carroll's not going to evolve with this style of NFL, he better get blessed with like the best running back coming out in college next year.
I tell you right now, they had a total of 12 carries for like 34 yards rushing. And that you ain't winning in the National Football League with that.
See, but here's the thing though, I think they could win in where they're just throwing the ball. And if you're gonna run the ball, do what Taco said, do it with DJ Dallas. So you're running these short passes, you're basically running through the air. You know what I mean?
And
it's funny how. Yeah, hold on real quick. My bad. It's real funny. What up, David? He said, when are we going to get Taco Tuesday again? And then guess who showed up on Tuesday?
You know what I mean? That's how we make it happen. But is it me, or is it like when you see the way Deebo Samuel's being used with the 49ers, they said our run game is shit. Deebo, I need you to line up in the backfield, and I need you to take some carries, and I need you to make some plays. Why don't we see something like that with DK Metcalf? We've seen Deebo Samuels be one of the best running backs, and he's not a traditional running back, but he's a big athletic guy that is better than anyone on your team.
I feel like the shit that they're
with Corduroy. You can say the same thing with Corduroy.
Yeah,
but it's because that's working. It's because that's working. I guarantee that's why they started doing it with Deebo. Monkey see, monkey do.
I feel like the shit that they're doing. First of all, the Shanahans can make a running back out of anybody.
Yeah, I mean, and Shanahan's.
But if I feel like more teams are gonna start finding players that are versatile in the effect of the Taysom Hills and the DJ Moores and shit like that, and even fucking Cordell Pattersons and shit like that, where they can play multiple positions. They can be they're technically a wide receiver, can play running back. Technically a running back that can play that'll play wide receiver, or tight ends that'll stretch out or go in the backfield.
Here's the thing. I want to really stress this. It's good coaches that do that shit. Like, for example, I don't think Jim Harbaugh is the greatest coach ever, but he had Richard Sherman in as the receiver, and he goes, "You know what? You should play cornerback." And he was fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Or you have Bill Belichick. He's like, "Well, this guy Cordero Patterson, he really just, let's put the ball in his hand. Let's make him a running back." You know what I mean? Like, it's the coach who will see this. When sometimes it happens because you're forced into it. Remember when Green Bay didn't have no running back? They're like, "Look, Ty Montgomery.
Get in
there." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
some guys are just better getting the ball in their hands, and it's easier to get them the ball when they're running back. Shout out real quick to Nigel. What up, bro? We'll get to everyone's questions in a little bit. Shout out to JC Money Design in the building, and Anthony coming through with the super chat. Said, "Happy birthday, Bogard. Let's go, Niners." Yeah. We're smoking it up for Anthony. Let's get it.
Yeah, but tell me, I was gonna say, tell me what defensive players, like most specifically, I'm thinking Isaiah Simmons, where they see him like, okay, this guy is not just a safety. I could use him as a linebacker. I could have him on the line. And they get guys that could fill multiple roles. I feel like on offense, that's the way that, teams are needing to progress, especially when you see what's going on with these running backs, because none of these running backs can stay healthy. Like, I don't know I know what it is. It's a physical position, but like, you need to start getting more of these pass catchers involved. And yeah, he doesn't have to run 10, 15 times, but if you have two athletic guys that you could run maybe on 5 to 10 plays a game, that would help open it up, especially if you have no offensive line help to get 3 yards up the gut, because they couldn't even do that. The Washington football team was in their backfield anytime they try to run any kind of inside draw, handoff, anything on the inside wasn't good. And Greasy was even saying it. You need to hit the outside more. You need to hit the edges. You need to start doing stuff like that. But they don't have a running back that could do that.
They couldn't even stop the fucking run game of the Washington football team.
Nope. And Gibson's been
They let Gibson and McKissick just run straight down their throat.
Yep. And they made Heineke look fantastic.
I just want to state as a Jets fan, we have the same record as the Seattle Seahawks.
But you get their pick no matter what.
And yes, the Jets are going to be 2 top 10 picks. The Jets and the Giants, 2 top 10 picks.
I think it was 4, 5, 6, and 7.
That's right.
The
shout
Jets
out to
and the
Jamal
Giants.
Adams. That's right.
Like, it's crazy.
And shout out to Jamal Adams, because first of all, the trade, as mad as I was about it, worked out for the Jets. But Jamal Adams has now tied Vince Wilfork for interceptions. I let you know that. A safety tied with a lineman for interceptions.
Man, he got 2 interceptions in like 3 weeks, though. He getting hot now. Yeah, I think he has 3 interceptions for like his whole career or some shit like that. His interceptions ain't good.
Nah, he's not a ball hawk. He's a linebacker playing safety.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to David. Shouting out happy birthday to Bogard. Yeah. And Joe said happy birthday to my guy Bogard.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
He's only like 50. A nice 50.
Listen, man. I didn't live thousands of lives, bro. I'm a vampire, bro. I just don't age. I just be lying.
He the bearded Edward Cullen. That's what he said.
I just be lying, bro. I'm immortal.
There we go. Let's see.
100 is my age today.
So some of the fallout from the Washington game is Joey Sly breaking his leg. Well, it was a hamstring injury, but everyone saw that. If you took him in Superdraft Pro, sorry, because that screwed you. I didn't play any kickers yesterday. But Rivera came out and said it's keeping him out at least 3 weeks. So I don't know. I mean, not like Washington's really playing for anything at this point other than to upset some people.
What are you talking about?
No. That whole NFC East isn't. That whole NFC East is up for grabs right now.
Man.
Look, hear me out. If the Jets go out this Sunday and beat the Eagles, Washington, Giants, and Eagles are all within a game and a half of the Cowboys. And the Cowboys have been playing mighty shitty of late.
Yeah.
And the wild card teams were 5-5 going into the last game. So we know that at least one of these wild card teams, one of the wild card spots is still in play for the NFC East.
If they go in and they beat the Cowboys twice, maybe they have a shot. We already know that's not going to happen.
Whoa. You have faith in the Cowboys?
I don't have faith in Washington.
I don't have faith in that East. I'm just saying anything is up for grabs until the last possible, until it says triple fucking zeros on the last game.
I called this weeks ago that the Cowboys were going to go on a losing tear. You guys could go back and watch on the what if. My what if was if they were going to go on a 5-game losing streak after losing to the Denver Broncos, and they almost did it. It came close, but now they only play the NFC East like after this week. So, I mean, I don't have faith in anybody in the NFC East, and Cowboys are probably just going to end up taking it by default unless they get a bunch of injuries.
I mean, they are injured right now. Why do you think they lost to the Raiders? They got no Amari Cooper, no Cooper. No Amari Cooper, no CD Lamb. They got no defensive end. Both their starting defensive ends are out, and I think one of their fucking like linebackers are out.
Mm-hmm. And we'll see what happens when a few of those guys come back next week, even if they lose this week against the Saints.
I mean, Taysom Hill's gonna come up, baby. That $40 million quarterback.
I love making fun of the Cowboys, but their schedule is just way too easy down the road. And it's because they play Washington twice. Then you got the Giants. I mean, the Cardinals, that's the toughest game on their slate. And then you got the Eagles.
So they're going to lose one to Washington because Taylor Heineke is going to pull the Heineke magic that he got. He's like the new Fitzmagic. They're going to lose to fucking the Cardinals. And I mean, throw a toss-up. They might choke on one of the other games.
They might choke versus the Giants.
Now you're saying that Washington's going to
I
go
didn't say
undefeated.
it.
Now you're saying Washington's going to go undefeated. So they play the Raiders, they play the Cowboys twice, and they play the Eagles twice. So yeah, Eagles and Washington, they could literally cancel each other out if they go 1-1 against each other. And then they got the Giants in week 18. So there's a lot of things that can happen, but literally going up against each other is going to make it to where only one of those three teams might have a shot.
I'm going to get you on our side by the end of this show.
I hate the Cowboys, but no, literally because of that. Just if they were going up against outside of the NFC, outside the NFC East, but right now, one of these teams has to go on a tear and go undefeated, and they'll probably take it. But other than that, if Washington wins one and the Eagles win one against each other, they split it. That's going to screw them both right there. If they split versus the Cowboys, that's probably not good for them either. Then they got to beat the Raiders and the Giants and not split. So I'm just saying it's an uphill battle. They lost the wrong games at the wrong times. All I'm saying.
Hey, the Eagles, man. The Eagles were my supposed to be fun story, right? Like when last week, I was like, yo, they better not drop this to the Giants, because if they don't, then they got the Jets. And then they got, you know what I mean? Like they had it soft outside of playing Dallas one more time. You know what I mean?
That's what messed it up for the Eagles. They would have won this game. Then they're, just like one game out.
Don't worry. I'm going to be at the Meadowlands when the Eagles fucking lose to the Jets. I'm going to send you fucking Snapchats and all that type of shit, photos and all that, while I'm tailgating drunk as fuck as I see the Eagles take another fucking L to another New York team.
See, and you just said
Snapchat for that great content.
And you just said that the Eagles were about to be up in it too, and they're about to lose to the Jets. See?
Hey, look at. Everybody stream the Eagles DST this week.
Oh yeah, get them in there. Right, Antonio? Anyone who's going up against the Jets, Antonio's
that. You seen Riggers just dropping passes, dropping game-winning touchdowns? I take the Jets defense any day.
Man, when is Zach Wilson gonna sit down for Mike White? Because I like Mike White a lot better for fantasy, man.
I think of a 10-man roster when I look at the Jets offense. I don't even think about a quarterback anymore. It's running back, linemen, and receivers. I just see a blank dot until the ball's thrown in the air, and I'm like, well, that's a pick six.
Oh yeah, Stu's in the building. What up, bro? He said, bro, we still them boys. This is our division. CD's back. Amari will be even if it's next week. D-Law's back with Randy Gregory.
Hey, hold on. I gotta say something, man. He's doing it right there. Just like all my homies that are Cowboys fans.
Hold on, Bogard. Before that, he said, happy birthday, Antonio, and happy birthday, Bogard.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Stu, man. We had a great conversation before I jumped on the show, man. He gave me a call, man. Appreciate it. But I just want to say something, man. Why do the Cowboys always got a built-in excuse? Oh, well, we didn't have CD or Cooper this game. So, listen, man. It's not a big conspiracy against the Cowboys. You know what I mean? It's really just this is what happens to them, is that they let motherfuckers down. And I think they will drop one. They'll split with Washington.
Thank you.
I think they'll split with Washington. And I think the Eagles, now with their newfound, like when they played the Cowboys early in the year, he was a 3-week-old head coach. You know what I'm saying? He was learning on the fly.
Eagles are trash.
I think they could split with the Cowboys. The Eagles too. So Cowboys are in great shape. And
the Eagles defense ain't even bad either.
Arizona will smack them
The
up.
Giants just proved exactly what to do to Jalen Hurts. You stack the motherfucking box. You tell him you're not running the ball like a Lamar Jackson would. Show me what your arm can do. And going less than 50% for less than 200 yards, eat my ass. Jalen Hurts is trash. You're fucking trash.
So speaking of eating ass, Jerry Jones was he went on a radio, did an interview today,
I said what I said.
He said that he expects Zeke to get huge loads of snaps and work this week.
Yeah, that whole 9 carries for like 14 yards, where your backup Pollard got 12 carries for 29 yards. What a load he got!
Hey, listen, Jerry Jones needs to like shut up for life, bro. Like I even think like a lot of the good shit that's been going on with their drafts and all that. It's Stephen Jones, bro. It's the son. Like, Dad, we shouldn't draft Johnny Manziel. We should get this lineman. You know what I mean? And he's like, but I like this kid Manziel, Money Manziel. You know what I mean? Like,
Get $100 million deal right now.
This guy's a fucking idiot. I know what it is to have an idiot owner. At one point, we had to sell, and we sold it to someone who was more competent. You know what I mean? Because he's like, look at what Chicago's going through with their owner. You know what I mean? She had 2 sons, and she just keep having to revoke the sons of ownership duties because they ain't handling. The bitch is 99 years old. She don't know shit about football. You feel me?
Now here we go. Here's another thing too. Now this is 2 separate interviews, so 2 separate reporters wrote this. One of them said Jerry Jones said he fully expects Amari Cooper to play on Thursday, and then there was another quote from Mike McCarthy who said that Amari Cooper still has a cough, and if he doesn't practice tomorrow, he's not playing Thursday.
And that doesn't make no goddamn sense when they just came out and said 8 motherfuckers on the whole team. Plus McCarthy, which makes it like fucking 9 because you're the head coach, got fucking COVID, tested positive.
You know what?
And he didn't get the vaccine, so that means he has a mandatory longer period of being out. That's why they were saying that he was going to miss that game, is because he has a longer wait time to make sure that he comes back negative because he doesn't have the vax.
Now, I may be wrong, but I thought they said that a bunch of those were like the false positives or whatever, with like that Mike McCarthy was the only one who doubled up on the positive test.
Why are they releasing false positives? Can't they just wait to make sure it's accurate?
Now, hell no, because they can't leave it around. They can't leave people around them until they test negative. Well, if you test positive 2 days in a row, that's when it's like you officially got it. But they leave the room for error.
That to the media, like does that have to be released to them? Like if let's just say you tested positive, shouldn't I be able to just keep that in house until you're like fully on the list?
Hey, why don't just motherfuckers wear hazmat suits, bro? I don't get wear the motherfucking hazmat.
Oh, you talking about Bubble Boy, full Bubble Boy suits?
I have
like the ET people suits, like
exactly. But see, bro, you can have the fly shit. You can have the Gucci.
Nah, you gotta do the Bubble Boy suit, because then when you tackle people, you don't get hurt and injured and concussions, and no one can cry and bitch that they got hit a certain way.
Listen,
nope. It'll help with the roughing the passers.
No
right?
Brady rule.
We're going magic. We're gonna get Gandalf in here. We're gonna get full on fucking force field spells going.
He said, "I'm going Harry Potter, Wingardium Leviosa, bitch." Avada Kedavra, you fucking dead.
Abracadabra.
Yo, Huss, you just seen the news?
Which one? Hold on.
Both Kamara has a limited practice, and Ingram has a full practice today for the Saints.
Yep, that was one of the pieces that we were going to talk about, and then the other piece along with that for the Saints is that they said we'll see on who the starting QB is. So they're not making a decision right now, but we know that Taysom Hill was taking first team reps yesterday, and I'm sure he's taking some today. I just didn't see if they said if they're splitting first team reps or if it's all Taysom Hill. But if Taysom Hill's getting all the first team reps, that means he's going to be the one starting.
Man, if you're paying that amount of money to him and you sign him for that deal, and I know there's clauses in the contract depending on the position he's playing, and of course you want to pay him the less amount of money. And once he goes to starting QB position, you owe him top fucking dollar. But your team is fucking imploding. You got Trevor Siemian, your third string quarterback, trying his goddamn hardest to not fucking die out there. Like, you paid the man, play him.
So we don't have any news on this, but Austin said people are sleeping on them Patriots. I mean, not on this show, because we've been talking about it. We've been talking about their streak. Now they're up to a 6-game winning streak. I mean, longest in the NFL right now. The Chiefs.
What indication is? Hold on. What's the indication that anybody is sleeping on the Patriots?
Throw
It's
it in
gonna
the
be the
chat,
Patriots
Austin.
versus the Chiefs for the AFC Championship.
People don't sleep on the people. Get up for the Patriots because they're the evil empire, and now people are upset again because they're back at it again. You know what I mean?
It's got to be the people just
As
hating
long
on
as
the
Darth
Patriots.
Vader's running the fucking show.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's asleep. People is fully aware that they're killing shit right now. Their defense is rocking. They got one of the best O lines. They got a quarterback who seems like he's been in the game for hella years. And what do you know? He played in the NFL.
Rookie of the year.
He,
That's right.
he
Rookie
is.
of the year.
He's gonna
Macaroni
be.
and cheese.
Yeah,
he's so much farther above and beyond like everybody else, but also you get thrown into the right system, and that's what's going to happen. And I bet Bill Belichick's just laughing all the way to the bank, not having to move up or anything. Like the first time they ever draft, anyone in the mid first round without moving back, and they got like the quarterback who maybe, he's not Tom Brady yet, but could you imagine if Mac Jones stays with the Patriots for 15 years, like possibilities?
well, I mean, the evil emperor himself, Bill Belichick, he's on his third body transfer, so he'll be around forever.
Yeah. They're going to figure out mechanical legs and, all those things.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. They're going to just take his brain and just put
How
it
epic would it be though if we get a Patriots Bucks Super Bowl?
That would be fucking insane. That would be
so
insane.
That story doesn't end well for Brady because it's Belichick's turn. Because
if Belichick beats Brady with the rookie quarterback, does he take the GOAT title back from Brady?
No,
but the way that the Patriots are going to win is by Mac Jones not losing the game and defense winning that game.
But that's Bill Belichick.
But that's Bill Belichick.
Boss.
He's a defensive mind before he was a head coach.
Exactly. That's why it doesn't end well for Tom Brady. He knows Tom Brady inside and out.
But also too, I mean, ever since they split, right? It was always going to be okay. Was it the chicken or the egg? Was it Belichick or Brady? Like what? Who's responsible for it? Was it a marriage? And then Brady goes on and wins one, and now there's the whole side of people who says, "Oh, it was Brady. He's the GOAT. That's why." And Belichick, if he sees Brady in this Super Bowl, he's gonna beat him, bro. He almost beat him when Brady came back to Foxborough. That was one of the Brady's ugliest games this year. You know what I mean?
The thing that's funny is that whole debate. Who is it? Is it Tom Brady? Is it Bill Belichick? Literally, one wouldn't exist without the other.
Exactly.
Like,
I know who it is. It's the camera guy. It's the guy that's sidelining all the video on the sidelines. He's the real MVP. He's the
real GOAT. That's for sure.
the greatest cheater of all time. He's the G coat. The GCOAT, the greatest cheater of all time, bro. And they all got that shit. Listen, man. There ain't no asterisks in the NFL, bro.
Ooh, check this out. So Robert, and then before you answer, Bogard, he said, Bogard, any thoughts on my Vikings versus Pittsburgh in week 14? So I got some thoughts before Bogard gets in. We're going to be at that game. Me and JC Money Design, we are going to be at that game. We got the tickets because we're killing it with Superdraft Pro. They hooked us up with some tickets. I'm going to fly out there. We're going to be, it's going down. It is going to be live over there. We're going to be doing a live stream while we're tailgating, getting ready for the game. It's going to be super dope.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. That's epic. Okay, so to answer the question, they can't stop the run with no Barr. What's his name? Anthony Barr.
Yeah.
Like it's clear. It's night and day when he's on the field. And so Harris is probably gonna have his way. But I think that, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here. This is what the Steelers are, one of the worst teams in the league. You know what I mean? They got a great defense, but that's, it reminds me of when Jameis Winston had a great defense, but he's throwing 30 picks. You know what I mean? Big Ben is not winning them games, and he's doing more helping them lose games than compete in these motherfuckers too. I think the Vikings get right this week. They go to 500, beat up the Lions, get to 6-6, and they get hot again, and they beat the Steelers.
I hope Najee just keeps killing it, the rest of the way, because the Steelers are so ass. Like, we can't have him mentally turn it off. Like, wait until week 18 before you turn it off. He's got to know that fantasy football is important, right?
He had a shitty game last week, or this last week.
I mean, the line is shitty.
He's banged up.
I mean, he's been getting workhorsed all season, so yeah, it is what it is. We brought up the Eagles a little bit, and as of right now, they're still planning on moving forward with Jalen Hurts, but he is hurt, and so Gardner Minshew, he's in the facility, he's getting prepped just in case.
Hey man, I love Gardner Minshew to Ginsu, bro.
I love the stash in the jorts.
You think he's walking around in the jock strap now, like he's got that swag back?
He's butt ass naked, just a job strap on, bro.
He's walking around with his mustache and jorts, rocking country music.
What's going with my boy Jordan Howard? Because if Hurts ain't playing and we got Minshew mania going on, it might be a Jordan Howard game.
Nah, Jordan Howard was out last week. And so is Miles Sanders. I really like Boston Scott. And let's not forget, Gardner Minshew, the last time he was a starter and he played, 12 games out of the 6, he started 12 out of the 16. Leonard Fournette caught 70 balls. Like he always looks for the check down. He's hella smart. I had a theory that's why they didn't play him last year, because they're like, we might actually win games with him. You know what I mean? I'm serious.
It's true.
He beat the Colts last year. Week 1, smacked them up. And then the Colts went on to be one of the best defenses that year. You know what I mean? Like they're one of the only teams that beat the Colts last year. You feel me?
Yep. Hell yeah.
The Ginsu, bruh.
He's a savage. Savage.
And I like this for fucking Devontae Smith, because Devontae Smith is awesome, but he gets 0 volume. You know what I mean? Gardner Minshew will stretch the field.
And it might be a good game for Goddard, because like you said, with the checkdowns, then he might be looking at his tight end a little bit, especially in the red zone and in those, third down situations. So it might be a good Goddard game.
I mean, here's the thing. People always ask, do we start Goddard or player B, right? You got to play Goddard, because that system targets the fuck out of a tight end. He's just been having a bad couple weeks. That's it. He's still getting his targets, though.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then John Simmons says, when's Swift going to be back? We'll find out.
Hopefully never.
Hold on. I got my crystal ball right here. Hold on. He's week to week, maybe in a week.
No. I just lost CMC and I got Jamal Williams. My only hope is if Swift misses like the rest of the season.
He's not going to play this week. I think he's back next week. But then this is my biggest fear, is that they pull a CMC, a 2020 CMC, where they're like, hey, we're a bad team. Let's just shut down Swift the rest of the year. You know what I mean? I don't want that.
Yeah, which
it would make sense though. Considering he's injury prone.
He's the shit. Why would you want to break your guy? He's the shit.
You're right.
And you're losing as fuck. But here's the caveat. This motherfucker wants to win one game, bro. So he's gonna be like, yo, Swift, you good? He's gonna hit Swift up hella early. He's gonna be there at his rehab. He's gonna be there. Hey, yo, you good? Okay, because he knows Swift is his only chance to win our game.
It's true.
Yeah, that's what they need. Just one game.
And because you know what, too, for Dan Campbell, I think winning one game, and he has it worked up in his mind that's going to be the fire, the spark that the team needs, because this is a team that probably has 0 morale. You know what I mean? And nobody's happy over there. You feel me?
Yeah, listen, man, with Jared Goff as your starting quarterback, you'll never have team morale.
No.
Like those are guys that they're just like, they're like, yeah, I play in the NFL. Motherfuckers be like, yeah, I play for the Niners, dog. Oh, where you play for the Niners? Anybody who plays for the Lions, they go, oh, I'm in the NFL. Oh yeah, what team? The Lions.
It's almost like in that movie Major League when they asked him what team that he played for, the catcher, and he was like, oh, I play for the Cleveland Indians. And the lady was like, really? I didn't know Cleveland still had a team.
Oh shit! Iconic hat, especially the one with the gold tooth.
Oh yeah. And before we switch off of the Steelers, so the Muth, he is in concussion protocol right now, so not looking good for him, especially with the Steelers sucking. And then Tomlin also said that he hopes to get Joe Hayden back this week. I mean, Steelers defense, like a lot goes around Joe Hayden and TJ Watt, and TJ Watt just shouldn't have even came back and played. He should have just kept an extra week off the field.
Joe Hayden was always one of my favorites, bro. Like I remember when he was over there with Pat Shurmur and Shanahan when they were in Cleveland. It was like him, Dante Whitner. Like he went, that was like his last couple years over there. Like they had a nasty little secondary that year. And young Joe Hayden, bro, shut everybody down.
For the Panthers, stuff just keeps getting worse because now Dante Jackson is headed to injury reserve.
Man, I'm really happy about this. I ain't gonna lie, because I hate it when I look at my player playing against Carolina and I'm like, I like that their defense is getting beat up because I like playing my guys.
And I know they play the Bucks twice.
Exactly.
So Bucks are gonna have some field days there.
I mean, it rejuvenates me knowing that CMC's out for the Panthers because I had Chuba Hubbard when he originally got hurt, and he's been just sitting on my bench. I never fucking tried to make a move and get rid of him. I let him just sit there. I was like, CMC's gonna get hurt again.
You got one good game out of Chuba Hubbard coming. It's against Atlanta, right? And that's after the bye week. Because then after that, he has the Bucks, the Saints, and the Bills. I don't know if that's the exact order, but that's terrible. You know what I mean?
That's if you're lucky. I think Hubbard's a landmine right now.
You know what? I think the game scripts will be so negative that like we might see more Amir Abdullah because he wasn't on the team. He wasn't on the team the first time CMC got hurt and Chuba got in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate Amir Abdullah. Amir Abdullah is forever in the category of like Bishop Sankey and like help me out here. Come on, some guy. I know we got some here.
Like Tim Hightower.
No.
That guy that you might get for
like
like 2 or 3 weeks that could win and then it's done.
No, I'm just talking about running backs that like had hella hype, like coming out of college.
Oh,
Samaje P. Ryan.
like Saquon Barkley.
No, hey, listen, you can't do that to Saquon, bro.
But all right, y'all. I'm not here for a long time, but I was here for a good time. Until next time, I'm outies. This is Taco Tuesdays.
There we go. All right, Taco. We'll catch you later. There we go. And
That
let's
was an
see.
awesome outro. He killed that. That was freestyle.
Last piece of news, then we're going to get into some of your questions before we get out of here. So we know Bogey's all about the Pat McAfee show, and Rogers, he's on the show on every Tuesday, as always. And they're talking about like the surgery and potential surgery. And he said that he's not getting a surgery that's going to affect him like not playing. So he said even like if he had to get surgery, it would be like a minor one to where it wouldn't hold him out. But he said as of right now, they're hoping that they can avoid surgery and just get through with the way that his toe is right now.
I think it's hilarious how he just slammed his fucking toe on the fucking pow. Yeah, look at my COVID toe.
And there we go. Antonio said it right now. How's that COVID toe going?
Yeah, AKA Tovid. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what though? Here's the thing. What is small, like minor surgery? Like what there's no such thing.
Well, if it's one little bone that's like out of place, so they would be like just putting the little bone like back in place. So it's something that like he said it would like make his toe immobile is what it is. So it can move right now, even though it's like broken.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If you didn't tell me he had a toe, I would not think so.
He just does
lights out.
Yep. Hell yeah. And anyone who's nervous about it, like why get surgery? Don't even mess with it. He can make it through.
Kobe, you think he's pulling?
I mean, it's a toe. They heal on their own.
Hey, remember Kobe, like he would always be like, "Oh, I got a fractured finger," and he'd tape it up and he'd go out there and put up 60. I always thought that he was lying.
Just to mess with people, they underestimate him, then they get shit on.
It's kind of like trying to it's trying to fabricate like a Joe Montana chicken noodle soup game. You know what I mean? Oh, I got pneumonia, but I'm gonna go out there and have the game of my life. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Maybe he don't even got a toe. Because what did you think in the bye week if it was just a minor thing?
Maybe he's just a nub.
He's already been shown that he don't have to practice and he'll go out there and ball, right?
Yeah.
So he got the surgery like Monday morning, right? He does maybe the full you basically have what almost 14, you have 13 days, 12 days. You know what I mean? I don't see why they didn't do that because this shit can. What did you think? You got one little bone. How many bones do you think is in a foot? Thousands, bro. Maybe not thousands. 10. There's 10. There's hella, bro. You know what I mean? What if this shit causes a chain reaction, bro? I'm just saying it too because I got a lot of Rodgers everywhere this year, and it's like it feels like he's a ticking time bomb now.
No way, man.
I don't want him to die on me like everyone else. Listen,
hey, he's beefing up the yoga treatment. Okay, like he already said, he's going heavier on the yoga. That's what he's been doing when he's been out of practice. It obviously worked fine. Number 2 scoring QB on the week. I think he was fine.
Listen, he's taking the mud baths. He's eating the eucalyptus leaves. You know what I'm saying? He's doing the yoga. You feel me?
I think he's good. I think he's going to be good. All right, throw in your questions if you got any. We'll answer a few before we get up out of here. We got to talk about Superdraft Pro, though. You guys got to get on this. So yesterday I won $30 playing. I already told you it costs $100 for the month. That's like the highest tier. 100, 50, or 20. Any of those tiers. You guys got to go get on this. I'm not going to say all of us are on it, but I mean, I know David's playing, Antonio's playing. Who signed up recently? A couple other people signed up recently, but the whole crew's in there in all these contests. I'm putting the link in the chat right now. Just go to sdhustler.com. You guys gotta go get involved. This shit is so fun. And we got basketball today. Second Take Extra's not here. He's usually coming on giving us some basketball lineups. He's not here. But we got basketball today. We got basketball tomorrow. And then we're back on Thursday again with the NFL. $20. That's all it costs. $20 will get you a month worth of free contest. Well, I mean, it says free when you go on there because it's not like a cash game. It's legal in every single state. So go get signed up on the $20 one. Do the $100 one if you got it because, yeah, you're going to get in more contests, less people going up against, and higher payouts.
You feel me?
Yeah. What do you think about it, Bogard? I mean, I know you were heavy on the DraftKings and heavy on the monkey knife fight and everything. Like, what's your take on Superdraft Pro versus the others?
I like it because it's reminiscent of DraftKings. You know what I'm saying? I've actually just been fighting my addiction to gambling. Like, because I want to get in every fucking cash game because that's what it's about. That's where the money's at. These free games, they're awesome. They're not free per se because it's a subscription. We paid for this shit. You know what I'm saying? But like the cash games is where it's at. You know what I mean? And I haven't yet to jump in one yet because I know I'm gonna be back. You know what I mean? Well, I love the cash games and the GPP tournaments. Back in my DraftKings days. You know what I mean?
And there's nothing wrong with that either because the money that you win from these membership games, you can just use that straight to the cash games.
Exactly.
And you get to spin the wheel every single day, so you start accumulating those points, and then you get free tickets into the cash games as long as you live in a state where it's legal. So, Oregon, Washington, Hawaii, Nevada, like, sorry, guys, you're not able to do it just yet, but just rack up those points because you will be able to do it in the future.
Hey, where's this wheel thing you were talking about? I want to spin the wheel.
Man, bro, you're not spinning the wheel every day, every 24 hours. So you pull up the app, and then it's like kind of right at the top, like you got the messages and stuff right there, right at the top, and it says spin now. You just click that, spins the wheel, you get points every day. Sometimes you win tickets.
I know exactly what you're talking about, the spin joint. I just never, I figured if I click there, they're going to try to charge me or some shit.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Triple X Lex said, can't forget the avocados.
Oh, yeah. See, here's the thing. I bet you Aaron Rodgers hates Tom Brady so much he refuses to eat avocados, bro. He's like, I'm gonna do it the other way. He's gonna eat every guy. Listen, avocados is the key. That's how I've been around for hundreds of years.
Yep. There we go. David said, got to spin every day. I won 500 points yesterday. There you go. And I think it's like 1,000 or 1,100 points. And then you get your free $1 ticket. And the more you bank on those points, just the higher level of tickets that you can get with those. Nice. And Matt said, I won a little on Superdraft, bro. Said that shit's lit. There we go.
Hell yeah.
Got to win some more in basketball. We can't forget to put our lineups in. You got to do it earlier. Got to do it before 7 o'clock Eastern. So different than the football times. Let me see if I can find a couple questions on here. No, I'm putting any new ones in there. Let's see. What up, Anthony? Good looking on that super chat again, bro. He said, finally get to ask Goddard or Thomas. Would you play McLaurin and Thomas? I don't like to play the same team receivers.
I would this week against the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, Raiders have been pretty ass against the tight end.
Here's the thing.
I'm upset Thomas didn't get that touchdown last night.
You know what though?
That was a touchdown.
Who the Eagles? They got the Jets, so that's where I'm going. I'm going to Goddard in this case, but I don't mind playing two guys from the same team as long as they're the focal points of the offense, and they are. When he's looking to pass, he's looking for McLaurin, the tight end, and then miscellaneous, Curtis Samuel, DeAndre Carter. You know what I mean? Adam Humphries.
There we go. Yep. And I mean, yeah, this week you got to go Goddard, and I'm not opposed to playing those two guys either. It just really depends on the matchup. I mean, maybe versus the Cowboys. I mean, we know Diggs. I mean, he might jump a couple routes, but McLaurin doesn't lose any points if Heineke throws an interception. But if Diggs misses that route and he takes it to the house, we want that. And yeah, and then play him twice. So.
Yeah, and they are susceptible to the tight end position too. So Logan Thomas is a great play those weeks.
Yeah, and today on the Playmakers, it's going to be starting at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. We're actually going to be breaking down some playoff scenarios. Players that you should be targeting. To pick up maybe in a last ditch trade. I know that the trade deadline is like this week for pretty much all leagues that still have the trade deadline open. Anyways.
I mean, it's safe to say that this you want to be prepared. You know what I mean? This is it's officially called the Real Fantasy Playmakers presents Bogey's Birthday Bash / Fantasy Playoff Primer. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. And Matt said, Bogard, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, man.
Thanks, man. And you know what? I always like over the top extended fucking titles. They're just totally unnecessary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then Ryan, he said, would y'all flex Javante, Elijah Moore, or CEH? I think I'm going
more. I'm going more.
Just
he's been getting a lot of more targets.
They might respect Elijah Moore and put Darius Slay on him. I mean, I know Corey Davis would be the guy he should be on. So maybe I'm not worried as much as I should be. Maybe I'm too worried for Elijah Moore, but I like Javante against this sorry ass run defense, bro. Like, I don't think overnight all of a sudden the Chiefs could stop the run. You know what I mean? Like, they hurt Zeke early in that game, and then he came back, and the game script went so negative quick for them that the Cowboys had to abandon the run against the Chiefs. Because I'm bringing this up because that's the last time we saw the Chiefs. You know what I mean? It's divisional matchup Sunday night. They're going to try to grind it out, keep Mahomes off the field. I like Javante here. But on the flip side, Clyde, probably a guy. Now, I wanted to ask y'all this. Is Clyde the only guy there? Because when he came back, it was just him.
I'm a little bit nervous about starting Clyde. I think I'm going Javante.
See, because workload would make me get off. The workload, if you tell me Clyde is going to get, how many touches did he get? 17, 18 when he came back?
He got 14 touches.
He got 14. Okay, so that's on him coming back. Is that more realistic that he just gets 14 touches, or that he's actually going to get a full workload like Kansas City Chiefs running backs used to get?
I mean, I don't want to bank on it yet because we haven't seen it. I mean, 14 touches, that's not even a lot of what we want, out of someone necessarily. And I mean, Darrell Williams, he got 6 touches, so I mean, I just feel like, I mean, with that game versus the Cowboys, I mean, that was kind of a slow, grinded out game. I mean, I remember, wasn't there a couple punts, in there as well? Like, I mean,
there was mad turnovers too.
Yeah, 4 punts. Yeah, there was a lot. It wasn't a good game, wasn't a good game script. When they get back to the game script that wins them games, I mean, it's not going to involve Clyde that much.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, and this is good. Like, this is a game, I ain't gonna lie. Denver Denver's defense can upset these motherfuckers, bro. I said their defense because, but they're gonna lose to the Chiefs because it's dumbass Drew Lock. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, JC Money, I know he's sour. Said that Logan TD getting waived cost me hundreds of dollars on Superdraft Pro. Yeah, he was pissed at the end of the night after that.
Yeah, bruh.
Had him in.
I had DK in every one of my shit, so I was just like, I lost.
Yeah, that was bad. Antonio said, with Swift probably out, start Freeman or Pollard. I'm going Pollard. No matter what Jerry says. And Triple X Lex said, if Zeke plays, Pollard or CEH from our RB2 spot.
I still go Pollard.
I mean, like
Pollard gets hella touches.
Yeah, I'm going Pollard also just because I think maybe this is a fugazi of everything that they're saying about Zeke. I know he did practice in full, but I bet they managed his workload.
Here's another thing, though. When it comes to this game, what do you think? Taysom Hill all of a sudden becoming a starter is going to make them compete in this game? They're going to get trounced, bruh. So both these running backs are going to get a lot of work. Or it could even be a case where they're like, okay, we're smacking them up so bad, Zeke, you could just chill and have Tony do more work. You feel me?
Yep.
Like, I can see a defensive touchdown in this motherfucker. I don't know why it's not Simeon, bro. Because I was looking forward to starting my Cowboys DST. You feel me? Like, with Taysom Hill, it's going to be boring. Like, you know what I mean? You're going to need him to, like, fumble or something because he's not going to – they're going to limit him from throwing the ball too much. You know what I mean?
Yep. Tim C, what up, bro? My bad, because I saw your joint come in, this question come in on Patreon, then I totally got distracted and forgot to read it out. So my bad, bro. And he said Dalvin Cook owner with the first waiver wire pick. Start mixing Gibson with AB or Lockett in the flex, or drop Kareem Hunt to pick up Madison or Jamal Williams. Damn, Cook listed is questionable. I only get 4 running backs and 1 IR spot. Okay, so that's why you'd have to drop a running back.
Nah, I still wouldn't drop Hunt.
Does he have a kicker? I always go straight to that.
No. Did you hear what I said? He can only have 4 running backs.
And they haven't ruled out Cook. They have him questionable.
Yeah.
Okay, that sucks.
Yeah, because he can't make that move until.
Yeah. And he was probably carrying Hunt this whole time because he can just tuck him away in the IR.
Yeah.
But now Hunt's back, obviously, so he can't do that.
Yeah, makes it real tricky here. I hate leagues where it knocks you out.
I would cut Hunt for Madison. Hunt is on a bye week. He's not doing nothing for me. I'm going to get Madison and play him against the Lions, and he's going to eat.
It all depends on your situation, if you need to win like this week or not, because, I mean, you got to make moves like that. You know, I mean, it sucks dropping a guy like Hunt, but I get that's the point of, like, you know, having a max, like, you know, RBs per team.
Yeah, and shout out to Tim C. Tell your commissioner, stop putting limitations on things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that shit sucks. I hate leagues that are like that. Only let you carry a certain amount of any position.
Yeah, or only a certain amount of moves a week. I remember one time I was in this league, the first week, I go, hey, I can't make any moves. They're like, you're like, yeah, you have. You maxed out. I'm like, I maxed out. I'm like, yeah, 5 a week. I'm like, I'll do 5 in one sitting before, you know what I mean? Just at midnight when everyone's freed up. You know what I mean?
And Ryan said I got shafted by Swift and Monty this past week. How do you feel about Montgomery going forward? I still like him with his schedule.
Yeah, I mean, like he seemingly is a guy that's kind of game script proof, like because they'll throw him the ball too. But like, I mean, if in this game, if like somehow, some way, Nagy, you fucking dumbass, fucking put together a game plan, just running the ball. Because this is what you're supposed to do. You see someone, it's Kyler Murray on the other side, then you go, okay, we're going to run the ball. Fucking do that. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest of the schedule is fucking nice outside of this one. And I won't even say that they're the best run defense either. Because most teams that play the Cardinals have to abandon the run because they're playing from behind so bad. You know what I mean?
And to piggyback off his question earlier, Tim said need to win this week. So yeah, do that, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, do that shit. Because Madison's a guy who's going to get 20 plus touches, only him. You know what I mean?
Yep. And then Drew, what up, Drew? And sorry, didn't skip you on purpose, but Tim, he's a Patreon member, so I mean he's in a paid service, and I totally just skipped his question over. So sorry, didn't mean to skip yours over at the same time. They said in my league we have 3 wide receiver spots. I have Thielen, Evans, and then who do I start? Moore, Landry, Myers, or Waddle? Waddle. He is not
going Waddle, and if you really want to take another preference, go with Myers because he's been hot with fucking mac and cheese.
I'm never sitting Waddle again. Like, I mean,
Waddle's in my lineup too. He's wide receiver too.
You know what was dope? They used when they got down there in the red zone. They hit him with they let him do the rest. Get in that red zone target, and because they did exactly what they do with him, throw it short. But they also start switching it up and hitting them downfield. So I like Waddle. Waddle, that just surprised the fuck out of me because he was always kind of boring. He's gonna pile up like 10 receptions for real is not boring, but like it'd be like 40 yards. You know what I mean? 50 yards. When he's getting the tugs now and he's going over the bill. Yeah,
and they're looking for him often. And then finally, you know, that Bama connection's finally coming through because we saw them, you know, go Waddle, get him with Tua. And then we got, and then you got Chase going with Burrow. So, I mean, all these connections, you know, it's nice how they're doing it for the NFL. They know that connection's real. Take it all the way back to, who was it? Who was paired with George Kittle? CJ Beathard, because they played with in college. And Beathard looked like a superstar because he had some good rapport with Kittle, and they just owned everybody.
Yeah, CJ beat hard, bruh.
Yep. So yeah, I'm Waddle. I don't think is going to be sitting like for me at all, like under any circumstance. You usually have 2 wide receiver spots in a flex. There's no way Waddle should be sitting anymore in your leagues unless you're super stacked.
I love look at the trio he has. You said he had Evans, Thielen. So you got Waddle is basically the least volatile receiver out of all of his guys. Because Mike Evans and Adam Thielen, they're mad volatile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, look at Thielen, five receptions, but 2 of them happen to go for touchdowns. You know what I mean?
Thielen's a beast. He has 10 touchdowns in 11 games.
I'm saying, but he's mad So maybe he's the exception to the rule because that's like that's what won a game.
Yeah, so I mean, he does have 2 games where he doubled up and got 2 TDs in each of them. But I broke it down yesterday on the Studs and Duds video, and so I mean, there's 3 games that he hasn't got a touchdown like out of the season, just 3, and he's got 10 total in the entire season. So it was funny because I think it was Second Take Extra. He was like, he's a TD dependent, like wide receiver. And I was like, well, what the hell else do you want? Like 10 TDs, in 11 games. Like, I mean, that sounds like he's pretty like, he's hitting on that TD dependency.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll say he's the least, Waddle's the least volatile when it comes to targets. Because Waddle is going to get his targets, bro.
Those double digits, like every game damn near.
Fuck yeah, that's amazing. Like I'm mad I don't got any Waddle this year. I just didn't trust the tuna fish, bro.
Yep, me neither. And David P, what up, bro? What's going down? And nice, Brazy Brady. He said, "Laugh my ass off." So this is the league of extraordinary gentlemen that we started this year, and he said, laughing my ass off, 6 teams are 7-5. This is ridiculous. It's really insane right now. So
league
the number 1 team is 10-2. He's been balling, and then 2 through 7 are all 7-5, and I'm in the mix. I'm right there at number 4. And Brady, he said, I get the chance to knock the hustler himself down in the seeding this week. It ain't happening, bro. We're coming to play. It's gonna be a big time game.
This one of your leagues?
Yeah. This is a hustler league.
Yeah,
So
that's wild.
it's very similar to the DX League, single QB. This one, I believe, it only has 4 IDP spots, so we made it a little bit easier for people to break into IDP for the first time.
It's actually kind of similar to my league a little bit because my sister-in-law is 11-1. The only person to beat her was Zach. 11-1. Everybody else, there's 1-8-3, 2 7-4s. Everybody else is 6-6.
Yeah, and Brady, and my team just took a hit. Lucky, so I got Dalvin Cook. I mean, lucky I got Corduroy Pimpin that I'm able to slide into one of my RB spots. But DK Metcalf is one of my wide receivers. I got him and Deontay Johnson. I got Jalen Waddle and Javonte Williams and Michael Gallup and Stafford at the helm.
You're balling.
Yeah, this team's tight. And then my IDP, always balling. I got Mac Jones on the bench as well. So got a backup there. But yeah, I got Cook probably out. And then Kareem Hunt on the bye. So my RBs are and my flexes are going to be hurting a little bit this week.
That's like the key, bro. It's like when your flexes are strong. You know what I mean?
I've had Corduroy Pimpin in the flex all year, pretty much in this in this league. Well, maybe not, because I got what's it, Montgomery and Javonte. Those are the other guys besides Cook, and I don't have Madison in this league.
It's so crazy because in the Hustler League, the 7, I'm kind of it's kind of like it's bittersweet because I'm like, all right, it's finally over. Because once you get that 8th loss, you're not in there no more. You know what I mean? No way. Even my aspirations of finishing 7-7 in that league, I still would have needed help to get in. You know what I mean? From those around me, right? But it's funny because one of my last minute swaps was I took out. First of all, I had Gerald Everett in there, or not Gerald Everett, J.D. McKissick, and I swapped him out. I forget who I swapped him out for. I think it might have been MVS, who had an okay game, but you know what I mean? He didn't go crazy, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, but I did the math, and I still would have been had visions of grandeur, and you know what I mean? Just foolishness to think I could still make it. But that's what it's about. You want a league full of motherfuckers like that. Like, look at that joint, 7 and everybody's 7-4 and shit. That shit it's a bloody mess, bro. You know what I mean? The what is it called? The Tyrannosaurus Flex League. Everybody in that motherfucker is like 7 and something or 8 and something. You know what I mean?
And I got my Monday Night Miracle, Gibson outscoring Terry McLaurin.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, that one's gonna be big time. It's gonna be coming down to the wire. I got my win. I'm right behind you now, Bogey. I was in 6th place. Now I'm in 3rd, right behind you.
I took a fucking hit, bruh. CMC and Swift.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're in trouble.
Oh.
You're in trouble. And I'm glad that I don't have to play you. I'm glad I don't have to play you twice.
Yeah, I mean, listen, bro. My team's still strong though. I just took a hit.
Yep. Ooh, McKinnon placed on IR. And then let's see.
Patterson becomes interesting for real.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Triple X Lex, Brandon Ayuk, Elijah Moore, Mooney, sit 1 this week. I'm sitting Mooney because I really think that Darius Slay is good. Or no, sorry, fuck. I'm sitting Elijah Moore because I really think that Darius Slay is going to be on Elijah Moore and take him out of the game.
You think they're going to respect him like that?
I mean, does Corey Davis deserve respect right now? Does Jamison Crowder deserve any respect?
Hurt too, right?
He didn't start this past. He didn't start this past week. So that's what I'm saying.
I think he's questionable right now.
Let me see. And Scotty boy, what up? So I'm not sure if you answered my question earlier. I was offered Corduroy Pimpin for Aaron Jones. I have Fournette, James Robinson, and Connor as my other RBs, but need a better wide receiver. Shit, I'd rather have Corduroy Pimpin than Aaron Jones, and you can play him in the wide receiver or running back spot.
You know, I'm probably doing that, bro. I mean, he's better than Aaron Jones right now.
I mean, Cooper's gonna come back, and you got Adams, Judy. Judy is gonna get his touches. He's the number 1 receiver.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Aaron Jones is on a bye this week too. Yeah, get Corduroy, get him in your lineup right now. And then Elver said Waller for Barkley. I think I would.
They're both paying like shit.
I'd rather have Barkley though. Like, man, like how serious are these Waller injuries at this point?
Yeah, and then you know what, Slick, you double down on it. You do the double Dutch door action. You trade him Waller, get you Barkley, and pick up Foster Moreau somehow.
And then trade him Foster Moreau.
Yeah, or just have Foster Moreau now. You feel me?
Yeah. And Brady.
Foster Moreau's going to finish top 5 every week when there's no Waller.
Oh, yeah. And Brady, what up, bro? So for the record, I would definitely hop into a couple more leagues next year, even though I took a lot of L's, took them as lessons. Hey, that's how it goes.
Like that, man. Shout out to Brazen Brady, bro, because you know what I'm saying? You come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, him and Corey, they didn't do the best. Didn't do the best this year. And he said, but IDP is lit.
Don't let it discourage you. Just like, listen, we got the saying, right? You got to pay to play. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's how you learn. Like, man, the first 2 years of the IDP league I did so ass. And I was like, man, I really got to draft IDP motherfuckers earlier.
Yeah, Bogard's draft strategy will definitely be different next year. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, especially when the IDP joins. I mean, because what's funny is I only had the one IDP league, and that's all I had for the year. You know what I mean? Having multiple is like, okay, cool, because now it's part of my biorhythms. You feel me? Like, at least I know how to like stream guys, because that's what I'm basically doing. And every single one of my, like, I picked up Cameron Curl, and then he gets the sack and he has a pick. And I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? But also because what's his name been? He been more like a box safety. You know what I mean? Fucking Landon Collins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, this dude's the dude that's roaming. He's the one that's fucking ball hawking.
And Triple X Lex says Tyler Boyd droppable in my 12-team league. I'll pick up a defense to stream, or maybe Boston Scott or Amir Abdullah. I mean, it's tough right now for a guy like Tyler Boyd because he's been a low man on the totem pole as far as the targets go.
And they running a ton too, because now instead of going short, like he's one of the hot reads, they going to Mixon.
Yeah, and Mixon's been killing it.
As they should, because you know the last time we loved Todd Gurley with the last time we loved Todd Gurley 2018, right? And we loved him in fantasy. That was Zach Taylor over there with Sean McVay. You know what I mean? That's why I was always big on Mixon, because I know that's what they want to do with him. They want to use him in every way. You know what I mean? And that definitely hurts Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Tyler Boyd, he's not really tradable. I probably would just drop him. I mean, it really depends on who you got on your squad and how many bench spots. I mean, they got the Chargers. They got the Chargers, the 49ers, the Broncos, the Ravens, and then the Chiefs. Not necessarily the best schedule. Yeah, I think I'm potentially dropping him. It all depends. I don't know if I'm dropping him for Bernard Scott or for Boston Scott or Amir Abdullah.
Yeah, and when he said, like, do I drop him for a defense, you can tell he's mad at Tyler Boyd. He's like, man, I'll drop you for a defense right now.
Yeah, it's got to be whoever you're going to drop him for. It's got to be someone who you're going to start that week. Like, they have to be at least like you're going to be starting them.
Say, all he want to do is wear his Spider-Man pajamas. I'm like, you don't want to change, bro?
That's noble too. He's always in the Spider-Man gear.
He all day hit me.
Yeah. Drew said my starting line this week is Mahomes, CEH, Najee, Adam Thielen, Evans, Waddle, Gronk, Fournette, Miami, Butker. What do you guys think? I mean, looks hella solid from here.
I mean, however you got that lineup, whoever you're playing didn't know how to fucking draft.
Hey, you know what pisses me off? Because there's two guys in my home league, right? And I'd be like, damn, I can't stand it when I'm not by them in the draft. Because they draft stupid. Whoever's by them always comes up. You know what I mean? Because they ain't grabbing like the clear and cut like good player on the board. You know what I mean? They're doing crazy shit, homer shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Love it.
Yeah,
Anthony said, I need these last 2 wins in one of my league to make the playoffs in all 6. Nice. There you go.
there you go, man. Eye of the tiger.
There we go. And Primetime Steven, what up, bro? What's going down? And David P said, yeah, you said I get 2 free games a night. So so do I need to play other sports? Well, yeah, because there's no football. So on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, it's basketball that you have your free entry. So he's talking about Superdraft Pro. I'll put in the link in there again so you guys can go get signed up. There's a free tier as well. If you guys want to go play for free, go ahead and do it. There's still only hundreds of people in these contests, but you're just not going to win, that much money. It's going to be like change, dollar here, dollar there. So get in at least a $20 one. That's what I'd say. All right. And a couple last questions, and then we're getting up out of here. Nice. And Drew said, bet I got them because I traded CEH and Lamb. That's dope. I mean, CMC, not CEH, CMC and Lamb. Well, dope getting rid of CMC. Josh said 16-team league right now. Only 6 made the playoffs. Seems off, and I'm pushing the commission to make it the top 8. It should be the top 8, but it is what it is. And the top 2 get the buys. Any insight on a 16-team player format? So, yeah, I usually do have 6 playoff teams everywhere up until 16 teams. And when it gets up to 16 teams, I bump it up to 8 playoff teams. I mean, that's half the league right there. You think about it, most people if you're doing like a 12-team league, usually 6 of those make it. That's 50%. It's kind of.
I hella hate it when motherfuckers try to campaign for 8 in a 14. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because then that 6 is just epic.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much more difficult to be the top 6 in the 14 than the 12, obviously. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is one of those things, though. I mean, I know there's a bunch of people who play in 10-man leagues, and 4 of the playoff teams, 4 teams get in the playoffs. That's 40%. So there's pros and cons to all of them. I think in a 16 team, it should be 8 because, yeah, it's hard, to put together a good team in a 16 teamer.
Fuck yeah.
All
and
right.
Gotta be quick on the draw.
I never played 16 teams. Fuck that.
It's tough. I'm in a couple this year. One of them is Iggy's joint. His league is fucking crazy because he's got IDP team defense, but his team defense is so crazy on the scoring. I have Miami this week. They scored 65 points.
What platform is he using? Sleeper?
Yeah. So he's got, I think it's 10 divisions of 16 teams each or something like that. Or no. I think it's like 60 something teams total, whatever the breakdown is for 16. And my division is stupid. So he broke it down into 4 divisions. My division's the best division. Like everybody on that team, I have the lowest. I'm 6-6. The guys in front of me, 10-2, 9-3, 9-3, but I have the most points scored. And anyone who has the most points scored in the division makes the playoffs. So I'm shooting for still making the playoffs, even with just a 500 record as of now. That's crazy. So that's another way that you can kind of make it, interesting for 16-team leagues. Do something like that where he has the number 1 seed in the division makes it, and then whoever is the top scoring team in the division is also going to make it.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty dope. And Matt said, Hustler, would you rather play Taysom Hill over Russell if he plays? Nah, I'm still going to play Russell. I mean, going up against the 49ers, that is going to be kind of tough, but I'm going Russ.
Yeah, because then I'm not trying to play Taysom against the Cowboys either. You know what I mean? And here's another thing is Russ, at least he got weapons. And you know why you don't have to worry about Russ against the Niners at least? Just because in division, he knows these teams well. You know what I mean? Like I won't be surprised they fucking flatten our fucking little hot streak we got going. Because I fucking hate them and they always fucking do it. Fuck them. End of era.
It could totally happen too. It could totally happen. But I mean, you secretly want. I mean, yeah, you're reverse jinxing it right now because you want to make sure that you guys lose, get that higher pick, right?
No,
Or
we have no picks.
Huh?
We have no picks. There's no tomorrow.
Oh yeah. All right.
We
So
traded all the picks away.
So you're just screwed today. Like it's playoff push at number 7 or bust, right? At this point, getting in the 6 or 7.
We get the 6th seed even beat. I was about to go there. Hold on, don't get me too excited because look at the schedule, B. This is the one. They're a speed bump right now. We get over this speed bump and we're cruising, bruh.
That's what's crazy because Jimmy G is going to be one of the people that I'm talking about on tonight's show for the playoff push, single QB or super flex, depending on, your QB situation. But love that schedule.
Just the Niners in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we could even bring up some stuff for the NFL because, like, as of right now, I mean, the Cardinals are the 1 seed, Packers are the 2 seed, Buccaneers would be the 3 seed, Cowboys would be the 4 seed. And then you'd have the Rams in there at the 5 seed. And then the 49ers at the 6 seed, like as of right now. And then the number 7 seed, as of now, the number 7 seed would be a losing team. Well, it's either the Vikings, the Falcons, or Washington. They're all 5 and 6, so I don't know who the hell would have the tiebreaker, out of those guys as of now. But there's 3 teams that are tied for the 7 seed.
Interesting. I'm just saying though, the one there, I will say I do worry about the Houston game though because Lovie Smith has just been like figuring out ways to like scheme. Like he might not close the deal. Like he almost beat the Patriots, you know what I'm saying? Like then they'll do things like lose to the Jets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I just don't know which one's gonna show up. You know what I mean? But
Jarrett's in the building. What up, bro? And Antonio said, "Let's go 49ers." Woo woo.
Yeah.
Antonio jump on that 49ers train. He's ready to jump off of the Jets train for anybody right now. Anybody who's a dope team to cheer for. Antonio is ready to get on some train.
He ejected he ejected out the jet.
Yep. And T Money said Washington owns the tiebreaker. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's why I said Washington's in it.
They are in it. I just forgot how trash the NFC was right now. That teams without winning records were still like literally in it right now, like mad in the hunt.
And then you look at the AFC. Like there's going to be there might be a 10-win team eventually that doesn't even get in. You know what I mean? The AFC is hella crazy.
Well, I mean, how many more games are there?
5, 6, 5.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess some teams have 5 and some teams have 6 as of right now. So yeah, we could see some swings.
Yeah.
And David said I'm in an 18-team league. 6 teams go to the playoffs with first and second getting a bye week. Week 15.
That's gangster because that's how it should be.
Yeah, that's big time. Said I'm currently 9-3, second place, top score 121. Not easy at all. Hell no, not an 18-teamer.
Hey, I'm in the 20-team joint. And it's pretty slim. It's just 2 receivers, 2 running backs, a flex, tight end. It's hella traditional. Yo, I'm doing so bad in that shit. My team sucks.
And Alex, he said, should I pick up Matt Breida or Sony Michel, start Higbee or Hunter Henry? I also have Jimmy G, but there's Wentz, Taysom Hill, Tua, Heineke on waivers. Should I pick one of them up or stick with Jimmy?
I'm picking up Sony Michel, first of all, because this calf might be like, man, they ain't playing with calves, bro. That might be a few weeks. And that might even be a 3-week IR type joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so Sony Michel would be number 1, Matt Breida would be number 2, but I'm putting in a claim on both because unless you're the number 1 waiver wire, you don't know who you're going to get.
Exactly. So definitely, because here's one thing I Breida. If Sony Michel wasn't on this list, I'd be like, Breida, get that.
Yep.
But that's also temper your expectations because that's a team that they don't really run in at all, really. You know what I mean? So there's that. You know what I mean?
I'd pick up Wentz over Jimmy G. Wentz has been on fire.
I'll pick
Start
up.
Hunter Henry, and then fucking I'd pick up Matt Breida.
Yeah, I'm going. I definitely want to pick up Wentz, if nothing else, just to block other people because I know Jimmy G. I like his schedule coming down the road, and I know it's not always the best to roster 2 QBs. You know, if it's a 1 QB league, depending on what you got going on. But I would down the stretch in the playoffs. It's better to have your pockets loaded with another QB because you can play people. Just you're going to play people based off the matchups.
Yeah.
And I'm going Hunter Henry also out of the tight ends.
Yes, sir.
All right. Nigel says Madison, Chubb, Mike Williams, or Cup, or for Cup. Am I giving up too much for Cup?
Hell yeah.
That's a lot.
Giving up the whole farm.
Yeah.
Seriously. Do you
He
even
might-
have any more running backs after that?
Like
I mean,
this is the time you buy low. Huh? What do you want? This is the
Yeah.
time you buy low on Cup. If there's ever a time. And buying low is still giving up a couple players, but he's giving up the world.
yeah, not Madison and Chubb, I mean, Mike Williams is whatever, but and Lou Triple D said the final offer was Hubbard and Henderson for Kamara. I'd want the Kamara side for sure. I don't know which side of that you're on, but yeah, I'm definitely taking the Kamara side. All right. We're gonna get up out of here. Thanks for hanging with us. Sorry if we didn't answer your question. We'll be back later tonight with the Real Fantasy Playmakers at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. Just make sure you go to fantasyfootballhustler.com. Go follow me on all social media. Go check out the podcast and all that. Go get signed up for Patreon and Superdraft Pro on there as well. And Hector, tell them all where to find you at.
You guys already know Hector breaking down the tape. Catch us live on Thursdays, 8:20 Eastern time. We got Matty Daddy coming this Thursday for the Cowboy Saints game. I said what I said, motherfuckers.
Awesome.
Ogie, tell them where to find you at.
Hey, you can find me at the GMM Network. And just like my bruh Huss said, catch us tonight, 9:30 Eastern, Real Fantasy Playmakers, Bogey's Birthday Bash / Fantasy Playoff Primer. Hey, tap in.
There we go. We'll see you guys there. Peace out, everybody. Peace out, Antonio. Peace out, Don. Catch you guys later.